I am not a baker. I don't know what I'm doing. I am Steve Aoki. Let's decorate a cake. I started throwing cakes back in 2011. I woke up and I was like, I wonder what I could do at one of my shows that would be really interesting. I do this all the time when I'm playing shows. I'm always like, how can I make my show more unique? Or what can I do to make it more of a Steve Aoki experience? So there's a video that, I'm just gonna dump it right in the middle. There's a video on my record label, Trademark, called Turn Up the Volume by this artist that we were supporting at the time called Autoerotic. And in the video, there are these cakes that were exploding in people's faces in super slow motion, high def, and it was just absolutely went viral. It was just a really beautifully shot video. And that just dropped, and I was like, I've been promoting the song, supporting the song. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cake people in the face while I'm playing the song. But I wanted to make sure that the cakes were personalized. So I went to the baker. I went there by myself and I said, can you put on the cake, Turn Up the Volume, Autoerotic? So I'm promoting the song. I remember at the first show, I brought the cake out and I was showing it to the crowd while I was playing the song. And I didn't say anything either. I was like, okay. I didn't even say anything. I was like, okay, anyone? And people were confused, like, no, 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 no. And then one guy in the middle was like, pointing at his face, and all of his friends were pointing at his face because it was his birthday. It's his birthday, oh yeah, cake him. So then I had a camera guy. I'm like, come over here. This is back in 2011, pre-Instagram, pre-social media, YouTube, only. And then, I do what I do, and I just smashed a cake in his face. People loved it, the whole crowd went crazy. I uploaded it to YouTube, that went viral. And I'm like, I gotta do this again. I added 2 instead of 1. Then I was like, 2 ain't enough. Then I added 4, then 6, then 8, then 10. And to be honest with you, 10 isn't even enough for some of these big shows. And so we have in our rider that if you have more than 10,000 people, we need 20 cakes because there's like 50 people with signs and there's people left in the crowd sorely upset they didn't get kicked in the face. I was speculating how many people have caked, and there's got to be over 20,000 faces have been caked at this point. Yeah, that takes time and practice. Just like anything, I'm very kind of humble. I'm like in the beginning, I'm not as ambitious. So I'm like just smashing it front row. Boom. Well, that's pretty simple. You start off with a smash in the face, and then after I'm doing I do 200 shows a year. So after 100 shows, I'm like, I gotta put some distance on this thing. Give me a challenge. And then you go 5 yards out, and I'm like, okay, got that one. Oh, I got his best friend instead. Front row already knows they're all getting smashed with cake, so it doesn't matter if my target doesn't get hit. And then over time, I'm just I've gone far out. Favorite dessert? Yes, it actually happens to be cake, and it's a very specific kind of cake. Actually, it's a Japanese. Because the Japanese, they know how to make a good pastry. So Japanese strawberry shortcake. Now, if you give me a Japanese strawberry shortcake, I have to be indulgent and not share it and not throw it at your face. I'm gonna probably eat that. So don't give me that if you want me to cake you. I have my own powerboat racing team in E1. So E1 is electric powerboat racing. Every single boat is on a foil, and we are racing, at really high speeds, fully electric. It's incredible, and it's just something that was calling to me and something that I had the opportunity to be a part of. So, teamed up with E1, created my own team, and we are competing with some incredibly competitive athletes. Tom Brady, Drogba, Checo Perez. Who else? Will Smith, Mark Anthony. I mean, all these different people that have their teams, they are incredibly competitive, high-level athletes or entertainers, musicians, and actors in this case. So it's a lot of fun. And when we get in the pit and we're all, you know, competing for our teams to win, we're poking jabs at each other for sure. That's what we were doing in the first race. But we're fighting for gold. You know, we always want to get that #1 spot, and it's a lot of fun. Really enjoy it. There's a lot of reasons why I use Paragon. One is that Paragon is a big theme in the Hero Quest story that I've created. So I've created this IP called Hero Quest that is music. It's my music, my albums. I've already made 2 albums with Hero Quest 1 and 2, but it's also my book that I just actually dropped. It's a graphic novel, and I'm already writing Hero Quest, the 2nd book, as we speak. And in the 2nd book, the Paragon aura is a huge theme in bringing back Hero, because he actually dies at the end of book 1. So it's a big theme in the story that I've created. That's the #1 issue. And #2, Paragon, it means, yes, it does mean like this perfect kind of pristine excellence, but it also means like this orb. It means an aura, and it means like a core. And I really look at my album as the core of my music, which is dance music. And dance music is prominently on the album. And I've done 8 albums before this, all of which have been extremely cross-collaborative and working with a lot of different genres of music. And with Paragon, I'm focusing more on my core, and more on my aura, more on my Paragon. So I kind of think of it like this aura that's right here. And if you look at the album cover, you take a chance to take a look at that, it's basically this orb. And the orb reflects my music and what I'm talking about there, and also this aura that happens to be such a big theme in book 2 of Hero Quest that's coming soon. So yeah, Hello Kitty and I are good friends. She's a fantastic, lovely girl, and we have a long history, me and Hello Kitty. Long history. We've collaborated together. We've done Steve Aoki, Hello Kitty, and Dimmock merchandise and collaborations. We've also, Sanria also made an official Hello Aoki, which not many people know about, but you can actually, they're very protective of their IP, yet they turned Hello Kitty, put my signature hair over the kitty, and actually created a new character called Hello Aoki. And we dropped that merch and people went crazy for that. So for all the Hello Kitty fans and Steve Aoki fans, like, we were able to bring it together. This beautiful union. I am not a baker. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there we go, boom. Okay, there's my cake. Time for a cake face. Oh.
That was the idea. The next one.
Shot. Wow.